Morning world, it's the 7th of December 2022. It's about 8:30 a.m. in the morning. In about 20 hours time, it's the full moon in Gemini. Now, as those of you who have watched these videos before will know, I've been fingering the full moon eclipse on the 8th of November and the full moon in Gemini on the 8th of December as the two strongest full moons of the year. So here we are at the last full moon of 2022 and possibly the strongest, even stronger than last month's eclipse. The reason it's so strong is because, as those of you who have clear skies will have seen both last night, now and in the next 24 hours, there's one hell of a light show going on up there. The full moon is sandwiched at the moment in between Jupiter and Mars. Last night it was halfway between. Tonight it's going to be a lot closer to Mars, and it'll be actually conjunct Mars at around 4 or 5 a.m. The full moon in Gemini will be at about 9 minutes past 4 in the morning UK time tomorrow morning, about 20 hours from now, at 16 degrees 02 minutes of Gemini. Mars at that moment will be at 16 degrees 09 minutes of Gemini, going retrograde. So the full moon will be exactly conjunct Mars. Now on its own, that's one hell of a combination just on its own, because it creates a potential. Full moons are always a time where there's a little bit more emotion, passion, and the potential for things to be a little bit larger, more emotive, more volatile than they often are. When it's conjunct Mars, that is tripled. So for many people, this last day or so, all of today and much of tomorrow is a time where there's a much greater potential for irritability, volatility, frustration, impatience, anger, clumsiness, impulsiveness, people jumping in head first where angels fear to tread. And actions, many people will say, well, actions speak louder than words. And normally I totally agree with them, but not right now, because full moon conjunct Mars in Gemini, it'd be very easy to say or do something you might later regret in the next 36 hours. So on its own, the basic meaning of this is avoid rushes of blood to the head. But wait a minute, let's look a little bit deeper. The full moon is in Gemini. Full moon is when the moon is opposite the sun. The sun is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius and Gemini. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. As it happens, today, Mercury and Jupiter in the sky are strongly squared to each other and getting stronger over the coming 48 hours. Mercury is rapidly approaching the end of Sagittarius. Jupiter is at 29 degrees of Sagittarius. So, the affairs of Sagittarius and the affairs of Gemini, as ruled by Mercury and Jupiter, are like that with each other. And that's creating a pattern of, again, locking horns. Because Mercury and Gemini deal with lower level communication, the way you think and read and write and speak and move and travel at the day by day level, whereas Jupiter and Sagittarius deal with the higher mind, the philosophy, the long journeys, the beliefs, the truths. What this says to me, especially with the full moon conjunct Mars, there's going to be a lot of hotheads out there who are going to be spouting a lot of nonsense, probably yours truly included. And it'd be wise not to buy into any of the hype and spin of today, of the next 36 hours, because much of what's going on right now is hype and spin. 2022 has been one of the most difficult years I've ever experienced personally, and from what I've seen with the planet as well. And this is the last full moon of 2022. I'll be delighted when Jupiter leaves Pisces on the 20th of December and moves into Aries. That's going to change the whole pattern of energy, and that's going to free up a lot of people. But in the meantime, we've got this full moon and then a new moon coming up on the very close to the solstice, just after the solstice. So be prudent, folks. Like I said, you could easily say or do something you later regret, both today and or tomorrow. So don't. Stop. Pause. Think. Just for 5 seconds and say, can this wait for me to say this till tomorrow? Do I need to rush out now in the car and drive at fast speed to get that bottle of milk? Can it wait till tomorrow? Anything that can wait till tomorrow, if you're feeling pressured, rushed, or as if the world's impacting on you, then actually stop and take a deep breath today. You'll be doing yourself and probably a lot of other people a big favour. Catch you soon. Bye.